A bipartisan group of U.S. lawmakers traveled to Turks and Caicos to push for the release of those 5 Americans being held for having bullets in their bags. Tyler Winrich, Ryan Watson, Brian Hagerich, Sharita Greer, and Michael Lee Evans, all charged with having bullets and bringing them into the country in their bags, in their luggage. Again, none of these folks say it was intentional. Each of them could face up to 12 years in prison. Now, one of the 6 lawmakers who traveled to Turks and Caicos is Republican Representative Michael Cloud. He's with us right now. Thank you for making the time, as you've had a pretty packed travel schedule. But you got to see the mixed messages that the American public is getting here. We know that Oklahoma Senator Markwayne Mullin, he said the meetings showed no real path forward. And then you have John Fetterman saying he was optimistic that a resolution will be reached. So what was the interaction like from your perspective? What happened?
Yeah. Well, I honestly, I wish the meetings would have gone better than they did. I expected them to show up with some sort of ideas for solutions. You know, they have separation of powers. They have a legislative branch, executive branch, similar to us. And so, but the meeting started with all the things they could not do. By the time we got to the end, we got to a point where they're like, okay, we realize this is an issue we have to work on. Certainly once we began to talk to them about the individual stories of these individuals who came across, you know, one on a Mother's Day trip. You know, we had a couple people from our district, they were arrested. School teachers on their 40th anniversary trip. These are not criminals. These are people who have no criminal record at all. They're going there because they're being arrested because a couple rounds were left in a luggage. Some literally within the scenes where they had to kind of rip apart the bag to find it. Yeah. You know, and they're facing horrific conditions. And so we're hoping to see some progress both in the cases, but we also were talking about what can we do to adjust the laws in this place, so that we can not worry about this going forward. It's every 3 weeks right now we see an American being detained there, and that's very, very concerning.
Well, it's so strange that there's so many of them all around the same time, all connected, or not, rather, none of them connected. None of them knew each other. And each has to show that they have no criminal history, right? They have to present their case at their hearing and show that this is an exceptional situation, in hopes that maybe they get off with a fine. How confident are you that that could happen?
We've been trying to convince Turks and Caicos that they should be trying these people, or using the Customs Act to prosecute them, which would be fine and deportation, send them home. And again, these individuals are being arrested on their way out of the country. So they've already come, they've had their time there, they've spent their money, and they're going on the way out, and their lives are being affected. Tens of thousands of dollars. One individual spent $100,000 just trying to exist while his case is considered. And what was troubling to me, because we would sit there, they would talk about their legal process and what they're trying to accomplish, but these individuals were told, hey, you can't hug your wife and child as they go and we arrest you. You can't even say goodbye to them. And that was very troubling to me. One of the things that I brought up, where you can talk about your legal process all you want, but this says a lot to the heart of what you're trying to deal with. And so I think once they begin to hear the compelling case of these individuals, they realize that this is an issue that needs to be addressed. Our sense is this cannot be something that takes months. This needs to be addressed very urgently, and so that's what we're pressing for.
I know we're out of time, Congressman, but real quickly, do you think there's some extortion involved here?
You know, what I would say is Americans are not being treated like they should. Turks and Caicos needs to decide if they want Americans there or not. If not, let us know. We can help with that. If they want, you need to treat them with dignity and humanity.
Yeah, especially as they are not criminals, and these were mistakes. Clearly, they had no guns on them. Congressman Michael Cloud.
Exactly. There's no firing mechanism.
That was my biggest thing. I'm like, there were no guns. It was just the bullets. Okay, what are they going to do?
Yes, exactly. Yes, you know, they were trying to crack down on an issue they had with crime, but this is absolutely not that at all. There's no firing mechanism. I mean, it's absurd.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We appreciate you sharing what you can with us. I know it's a delicate situation. We know diplomacy is of utmost importance. Thank you.